So we'll call this meeting to order. It's 4:11. Andrea, can you do a roll call?
Yes.
Well, I'll do it for you. Daniel Flores
Present.
and Ruben Leon
Present.
and Armando Leon, not present. Okay, the next item on the agenda is call to the public. I don't believe we have anybody here for the public to take any comments. The next item is our consent agenda. There's nothing on our consent agenda for this particular meeting. Next item is old business. There is no old business to talk about. So that brings us to new business. So the first one is discussion and possible action to accept the resignation of the board president and selecting a new board president. So members of this board, if you recall, Mr. Armando Leon is acting as the president of the Somerton Municipal Property Corporation. Mr. Leon was hired by the city of Somerton as a full-time employee, and our provisions don't allow him to continue serving. We haven't had a meeting since Armando was hired. So this will be our official action to see if we can accept his resignation. So if you read the agenda, this is his actual letter that he sent in on on October 31st. He sent in a letter to the city manager who was Ian McGahey at that time, where he was resigning from this board. Actually from this board and the IDA board, but we'll deal with the IDA at some other time. So the action for consideration today is one, to accept the resignation of Armando Leon. And then the second action could be, you guys can decide on who the new officers are going to be. So does anybody want to make a motion to accept the resignation of Armando Leon as a member of the Municipal Property Corporation?
I'll make a motion to accept his resignation as presented back in 2018.
Yeah, is there a second? Okay. So a motion was made by Mr. Leon Ruben and seconded by Daniel Flores. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 And all those opposed signify by saying nay. All right, the ayes have it. And with that same action, we're asking, Armando served as the board president for the Municipal Property Corporation. So I think, Ruben, you're the secretary. And Daniel, I don't recall, are you just a member or you have some other role?
Era el vice president.
¿Quién era el vice president?
Creo que Daniel.
Daniel, vice president. Okay. So I guess we would be, you guys, talk amongst yourselves, and if you guys want to nominate each other for president, and it's important because the president gets to sign off on documents. So let us know.
I want to nominate Daniel to promote him from VP to president.
And Daniel, do you accept?
Yes.
All right, perfect. So nomination is Daniel Flores for president. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
You can vote for yourself, Daniel.
Yeah.
Okay, so-
And you look really eager.
I'm sorry, who made the motion?
It's almost Friday.
Ruben Leon.
Oh, that's right.
Second by Daniel.
Yes. Okay. So our president is Daniel Flores. The vice president spot is empty, and Ruben, your secretary. Ruben, do you want to move up to VP, or do you just want to see if we recruit someone else for VP?
Yeah, I mean, so just to clarify, in the event that Daniel was not available to sign, would I be the next in line to sign? Or
Yeah,
can
yes.
do I have to be vice president, or can I stay as secretary and still be a signer?
I don't know. I don't know the answer to that just yet. I want to say if Daniel delegates that authority, it is going to have to be you. Yes.
Because Ruben becomes the secretary treasurer, right?
Ruben's already the secretary treasurer.
Oh, okay.
So what we need is a third member to come in for, just to break the ties. I mean, we have a quorum with just you two, but in the
Right.
event of a tie, we need a tiebreaker, and so that's why we need
Yeah.
to bring in someone
Pues
else.
si quieres, me pueden poner, I mean, I don't mind
Getting VP secretary.
this, VP secretary, right, Treasurer? Híjole.
All right, Daniel, do you want to make that motion?
Yeah, I'll make the motion for Ruben Leon to become VP secretary.
Seconded by Mr. Are you seconding that, Ruben?
Well, now, just for clarification, because in the event we need to have a tiebreaker, do we still need that third person on board?
Yes, and I think our board calls for 3 members.
Right.
Again, right now, because we had the resignation, we have 2 members, but it's a quorum, so we can still conduct business.
All right,
But yeah, we
could
would-
do
we
maybe,
Assuming you guys agree on everything on the agenda, we're fine. But if there's something both of you are at odds and we can't take any action on.
right. What we could do just for possibly maybe legality purposes, I mean, I could be like the VP and then interim, pues en lo que hacen fill the position, the secretary and treasurer, I can, once we get the third person on board, I can stay where, pues quedarme con-
That's the motion. Then,
Oh, I'll second the motion.
so Andrea is at Mr. Leon to serve as VP and interim secretary treasurer.
Daniel Flores made a motion for Ruben Leon to become vice president and secretary. Is that correct?
Yes, yes. And Mr. Leon modified that motion to include that he be the interim.
Ruben,
Yes.
Ruben Leon made,
Seconded the motion, but added some more language
Verbiage.
there, saying that it'll be interim secretary treasurer.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Excellent. Got it. So all those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 All those opposed? Okay. And now that we've selected a president, I guess I could hand it over to you, Daniel, and you can bring up item 6.2.
Very well, discussion and possible action to approve certification to obtain a USDA Rural Development Loan Grant for the acquisition and purchase of highway equipment for the City of Somerton Public Works Department.
Okay, let me pull that. Where's the report up? Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, the City of Somerton has identified heavy equipment that needs replacement. The Somerton City Council, through our last fiscal budget, has approved the acquisition of a street sweeper, a dump truck, and a refuse trash collector. USDA has a loan or grant program that can lower the overall cost of the needed equipment, and the MPC will be used as a sponsoring applicant for this loan and grant. So, you guys have, Ruben, do you live here in Somerton?
I do.
Okay, so Ruben and Daniel, you guys are gonna really like this. No, the City of Somerton has never had new equipment. We've always been out to auctions to get either a sweeper, la barredora, to the trash collector thingy that picks up our trash in front of our house has always been, broken, and we've always had to borrow the ones from San Luis or Yuma, and we really, our dump truck is so old that it's falling apart. So this is the first time in forever that I can think of that we're actually going to buy new stuff for the city. So if this goes through, with your help, we can buy a new street sweeper, we can buy a new refuse trash collector, and we can buy the new dump truck, all brand new, spanking new. And we actually, the city's set money aside already from our normal budget. So we have the authority to purchase. The thing is, we had this opportunity also from USDA. Says, hey, wait a minute, guys, we have a program that can help you. And instead of paying $4 million, $500,000 for all this stuff, we might be able to help you with the loan and then some forgivable part of the loan. So that's the neat part about it, is going through USDA to get this loan and get this equipment.
I think there's a, Jorge, I think there's a $80,000 forgivable loan. So that's why we're going through USDA.
Yeah, and so that's why we need, and so what you have in front of you is a certification that USDA needs from the Municipal Property Corporation to go forward with the loan and the loan documents. If you read the certification, I pretty much filled it out for you guys. The main thing that they want to know is that we went out to the private sector and we try to get our own financing and what their terms were. So I listed here two areas that I think our Public Works Director went and got some quotes. So he got some from Packer Financial and Mercedes-Benz. So Packer is offering a loan of $335,000, either 60 months at 4% or 72 months at 3.95. Mercedes-Benz also offered a 60-month loan for 3.44% and a 72-month loan for 3.34. If we have any, we don't have any sources of revenue, so that's what I indicated there. So aquí están los Packer Financial, lo que nos ofrecieron, $335,000 and the terms and the ¿cómo se llama? The interest rates.
Right.
And then also attached to your packet is a proposal from the Daimler Corporation, which is a Mercedes-Benz Financial Services. Y también it has there the terms and the rates. So I guess we've done our due diligence in going outside to see what the private market has to offer, and that information goes in our certification so that the USDA can have and start moving our loan forward. Okay.
And what,
Jorge,
Go ahead.
since because it's a USDA loan, is that the reason that has to go through the MPC or?
Yes.
I was just gonna ask that.
So previously, the last time we met, I think we got funding through USDA to fund the Valley Vista project. I don't know if you guys recall that when. So we connected the Yellow Camp, the Valley Vista with the new sewer system, and now it's being fed all the way down to our fit. So yeah, we've always used the MPC in connection with loans from USDA.
Okay. Well, in the other case, if the city would have the money, then it wouldn't have to go through the MPC.
No, the reason why we use the MPC, it's because it's designated as like a nonprofit for the city.
Mhm.
And also because we can report that we don't have any revenue. That's why because the city does have revenue, taxes that come in and some other revenue sources, and the MPC doesn't. It's just a standalone nonprofit without any revenue.
okay, so are those part of the parameters then for getting approved through USDA?
Correct. Yes.
Okay, and the other question I had, well, I know council approved it moving forward. Does council know that we were going through MPC to be able to go after these monies through USDA?
Certainly, they know that we're looking for funding through USDA, and if we haven't told them, then we will tell them that USDA, usually uses the MPC as the entity that's going to get it for them. I don't think they're going to have any opposition at us saving $80,000 or $100,000 for the city.
Right, and then the other question I had, Jorge, was do we have the terms of the loan through USDA and the interest rate?
I was hoping that our Public Works Director was going to be joining us. I don't have that information for you, Ruben. The only thing I can tell you is it's usually lower than what those two private sector ones are. And as of now, we will be saving the city, close to $100,000 for the acquisition of the equipment.
By going through the USDA?
By going through the federal government, USDA, yes.
Okay.
Just to let you know, council is aware. I already mentioned it to them. I'm going to mention it to them again this week. And the Public Works Director, I don't think he's disposed today. He's not feeling well at all today. He sounded bad yesterday, but today I think he's definitely out of it.
Yeah, so he's out on COVID leave, I think, so. Okay, so I guess, Daniel, if you look back at our agenda item report, at the bottom, it says suggested action, so we're just,
Okay, if there's any other questions, is there a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the acquisition of the new equipment funding through USDA.
Second the motion.
so motion by Ruben Leon, seconded by Daniel Flores.
Yes.
So all those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Right, all those opposed signify by saying nay. All right, the ayes have it. And Ruben and Daniel, the last item on our agenda is 6.3, Daniel.
Discussion and possible action to approve resolution number 2021-001, a resolution of the Board of the Somerton Municipal Property Corporation granting authority to the City of Somerton City Manager and/or Public Works Director to approve the making and execution of any and all documents relating to the purchase and acquisition, Public Works Equipment Project, and USDA Rural Development Loan and Grant for said project.
Okay, so this resolution authorizes the Somerton City Manager or the Public Works Director to sign any documents relating to obtaining the loan or grant in connection with the project. So typically what we do in these cases is, instead of having to go to knock on your door, Ruben or Daniel, to get all this process, you as a board can designate someone from the city to sign for the contracts and to sign for any of the documents, similar to what we've done in the other projects. So we don't know if we're gonna need this resolution. I usually always prepare it just in case we need to get something signed or through. So it would authorize, this board is authorizing our city manager, who at this time is Jerry Cabrera, or our Public Works Director, Sam Palacios, who's working with Yolanda Galindo with USDA as our grant writer to get this loan. And I purposely left the line of president blank just because we didn't have a president. So we'll put in Daniel's name in there if it goes through. That's all.
All right, I'll go ahead and make the motion to approve.
I'll second the motion.
All right, so the motion is to approve resolution number 2021-001 by Daniel Flores, seconded by Ruben Leon. Any other discussion? All right, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 All those opposed signify by saying nay. Okay, the ayes have it. So, Mr. Board President, that concludes the items on the agenda. Do you want to say anything else?
No, I think that everything looks good.
Okay, if you guys know of someone that wants to serve on the board with you too, definitely have them send their letter of interest to us. I mean, we as a city, we try to, recruit people to join these boards, and it's really difficult, but we'll try and get a third person in there. Definitely without your help, we can't get these projects going through, and I'm sure Mr. Cabrera will send you an invite once we get that equipment, and maybe you guys can even get to drive it. No, I was kidding.
Yeah.
Maybe a lo mejor with the new refuse, ¿cómo le dicen?
The new refuse truck.
Esos, refuse truck,
Yeah.
no vayan a reventar mi trash can.
Yeah. Hey,
The
so
last
rest assured-
creo
rest
que
assured-
el brazo was so, like, and I agree. You
It
know,
squeezes it too hard, yeah.
no, sí, estaba, me dijo, hablé, no me acuerdo con quién había hablado de Public Works, me dijo, oh, yeah, we've been having problems. Yeah, yours is not the first victim.
No, it's not.
It was about 2 feet of, I mean, it cracked. It cracked it like, and I didn't run it over. Yeah.
So definitely thank you guys. I mean, without you guys, we can't get this project, and you guys will be happy to see when the new equipment comes in that you guys had a big part in this. So gracias.
Then
No, absolutely. Thank you for your hard work.
Okay.
Thank you, guys. Thank you very much.
Motion to adjourn at 4:31.
so move.
By
Second.
Mr. Ruben Leon, seconded by Mr. Daniel Flores. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those
Aye.
opposed, say nay. All right, the ayes have it. Guys, gracias. See ya. Checking out.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.